Good morning, class. Happy Sabbath. Teacher Nicole here with this week's lesson. Remember, if you don't have your lesson book, you can go to gracelink.net/primary to find your lesson. This week's lesson is titled United in Service. When Jesus was on his ministry and after he got baptized, he chose 12 men to be his disciples. These 12 men were considered his closest friends because they were with him while he was teaching and praying with others, as well as performing miracles. During this time that they were together, Jesus would tell the disciples that something was going to happen to him. And by that, he meant his crucifixion. But the disciples would not listen to him. Instead, they all had their own ideas of the type of kingdom Jesus was going to build here on earth. Once they saw Jesus was crucified and how all those people were treating him, they wished they had listened to him. After his resurrection, for 40 days, they were with Jesus, listening to his teachings and praying with him. Once he was ready to go back to heaven, Jesus gave them clear instructions to stay in Jerusalem and to wait for the Holy Spirit, because the Holy Spirit was going to guide them for the rest of their journey. This time, the disciples listened to what Jesus told them. So the disciples stayed in Jerusalem, and during this time, they decided to get closer to each other. And they got closer to each other through prayer. And through prayer, they also had many others come and listen to what Jesus told them. And thanks to them getting close to each other through prayer, they were able to go out to the world and teach others about Jesus and all the wonderful miracles he performed. So that goes with our memory verse, which is, they all joined together constantly in prayer. Acts 1:14. And this as well reminds us of our monthly theme, which is God gives us skills for service. The disciples all were picked because they had skills that were able to serve Jesus and spread his message of love, as well as we have our own skills that we can use to spread Jesus' message as well. Now, if you want to color or do some crafts, I have some for you. On the same page as gracelink.net/primary, you could find this sheet. And if you want, you could color them. These are prayer hands, like this. And if you want to do a craft, I have one as well. So you can get a full sheet and fold it in half. And on the side that's closed, you're going to put your hand there and you're going to trace it. But you also kind of want to make a heart right in the middle. So you could do an open hand like this, or here a closed hand as well. But after tracing it, you could fix this middle part to look like a heart. After that, you're going to cut the section where the heart is. And then when you cut your hand out, make sure not to cut right here so they could stay together. So once you cut it, you get something like this. You get a heart in the middle, and you get either opened prayer hands or closed prayer hands. So I decorated one like this, and then when I open it, you could see the memory verse, right? Or just like I did with prayer hands as well. And once you open it, again, I wrote the memory verse. So you could do either one you want, but through prayer, the disciples were able to get closer and also get other people to want to learn about Jesus and his love. So that's our story. I hope you're all staying healthy and safe, and hope to see you soon.